First and foremost, big time win, for us. Really proud of our team for how mature we were. We settled into the game. I knew that it would take a little bit just because of how physical they are. That's something that we can't simulate in practice, especially this time of year. We have to stay fresh for the games. And so it took us a while to get used to that. The physicality. We talked about it, but it's one thing to talk about it and then to come out and to actually play against it. I thought that's why, uncharacteristically, we had 9 turnovers in the first half. I thought once we settled into it, we got into a good rhythm offensively. We were able to make some shots and get a lead. And I thought we came out in the second half and went on a couple of runs to extend that lead. I thought our defense throughout the game was outstanding. And in particular, I thought Federico on post was big time. We have so much respect for him as a player. As a player, to be shooting in conference play almost 57% from the field, he's over 40% from three, and 86 from the foul line. That's big time, those numbers, especially for a post guy, because it's not right there at the basket if you look at his shot chart. And I thought we did a really good job, Federico, of pushing him off the block, but then the rest of our guys of digging, taking up space, and we did a really good job there. And I thought our defense throughout the game was outstanding, and I thought that's why we were able to get a lead. So really proud of it. Again, like I always say, we'll enjoy it tonight, and we'll move on to the next one. So these guys, a couple questions.
Nelly, you only played 6 minutes in the second half at Florida State Saturday. Your coach talked about how you were a little banged up on Monday during his conference call. How are you feeling today? Was that ankle bothering you at all, or leg or anything like that? Didn't look like it.
No, I'm all good, man. I'm a warrior, man. Nothing wrong with me. I'm good.
Nelly, those early possessions, it looked like you guys were feeding Fetty to go after Quentin Post, and you guys showed a lot of confidence in the game plan to attack him. What goes into how Fetty's worked to go up against a player like that?
I think it's every day. Fetty comes in every single day and works hard, and he works on the right stuff. Coaches, they put him in the right position to do the right things, and Fetty's going to do them. So,
Nelly, all 5 starters in double figures tonight, 8 assists for you. What do you think was the biggest point of your offensive success tonight?
I think we just played together. I think we're at our best when we play together, and I think the assist numbers show that we played together today, so it worked out for us.
Did you feel like you guys were getting under their skin when they were being physical, and then you guys kind of eventually got physical back with them? Because we saw little scuffles here and there sometimes.
I mean, we pride ourselves on toughness, so I think any team that's going to bring the toughness to us, we always like that type of stuff, so it gets us going.
Nelly and Blake, what does Fetty's defense allow you guys to do defensively? Or how does it impact you guys?
It gives us a lot of confidence to just guard one-on-one in general, because he's always got our back. So yeah, it's a good person to have on the team.
Looked like the Twins were also helping, and when they came off the bench, they were also still helping, even against Post in some of the positions. Having all 3 of those guys being able to come in, what does that do for you guys?
It's the same thing. Like they're so big and long at the basket. It gives us all the confidence to really guard one-on-one.
Blake, when your point guard is really cooking like he was midway through the first half, when he's making shots and he's finding everyone wide open and creating so much, how much easier does it make your job on the offensive end?
Yeah, it makes my job very, very easy. It just really gets me to focus on what my job is. Great luxury to have this man right here.
Like, this is the second game in a row at home where you guys won by more than 20. I mean, what's it about playing in this building that gives you that extra energy to go out there?
I love it. Oakland Zoo, shout out to the Oakland Zoo. I love it. Talk to some of the main guys there all the time, and they do a good job of packing this place out.
All right. Good job, sir. Some rest.
Jeff, what does it say about your guys that, Boston College did have an 11-0 run, and you've often talked about, not just with this team, with past teams, the importance of being able to stay present in the moment and battle back. What does it say about your guys to battle back like that?
Well, I think this team is better at it, than we have been, and maybe it's maturity. But I do think another big thing is just the closeness. How much they believe in each other, how together we are, and how much they believe in what we're doing. And so we're able to sustain, when we get punched in the mouth or when a team goes on a run. These guys, I hear them in the huddle, what they're saying to each other, the positive energy they're giving each other. It's different from what we've had here in the past.
Jeff, you mentioned, Nelly's injury and the coach's call and everything. He says he's a warrior, but I mean, what's it mean to you to see him, play so gutsy like that and just really battle through everything?
I'm not surprised by it. I mean, he is a tough kid, and he's a fighter. And so, there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. He's just hurt. He was hurting a little bit. He's not injured where he can't play. And if Nelly's able to play, he's going to give it everything he has. I thought he did a really good job the past couple of days of getting a lot of treatment. I asked him to shoot around today. He said it's the best he's felt in a while. And so that was good to hear. And we got to keep him on that treatment plan.
Jeff, you mentioned Fetty's defense. Could you elaborate on what he allows the other guys to do or how it impacts their play?
Yeah, I mean, he just, number one, we haven't had to double the post as much. And so we're not in rotations as much because he's done a pretty good job there. He does a really good job in ball screen defense. He's able to get out and show hard, or if we go to drop, which we don't do much. But he also, can clean some things up. If guys maybe get beat, he's able to be there and block shots. He had 3 blocks tonight. He's just, he's alert. He's active. He gives great energy, and it's a big time thing for us.
What intangibles has Nelly brought to you guys this season?
Leadership, toughness, competitive spirit, great teammate, winner, all of those things, and a really good player. I just think all of those things. He's been an outstanding teammate to the rest of these guys, and an example of what a good player, a winning player should look like.
Jeff, you mentioned the turnovers in your opening statement, but I mean, you guys only allowed 14 points off of 16 turnovers. What allowed you guys to not let Boston College capitalize on your mistakes?
Well, we were just probably a little bit fortunate. They aren't a team that plays with great pace. They normally just walk it up. We did try to make an emphasis on transition defense. So I thought when we had some of those turnovers, especially the live ball ones, we were able to get back and get our defense set.
I'm sure you've seen some teams that are having success, playing a team with not having much success. You have to talk to them a little bit. Did you have to say anything to these guys about don't let up just because they lost by 30 last week?
No. I mean, if anything, we told them that they were going to come in. I know that coach, and I know, what he's trying to build there. And getting beat like that, I knew they were going to be revved up, which they were, to start the game, the physicality and things like that. But the thing we've talked about all year, it may be boring. It's not to us. It's just one game at a time. Like we talk about just trying to go 1-0 and just to focus on what's right in front of us. And today that was Boston College. After, again, when we get back together on Thursday, we'll focus our attention after we do the feedback on the next game.
Jeff, you brought up how you were able to neutralize post, especially throughout that second half. What was your biggest concern about him coming into today? Would you say that biggest concern was taken care of?
I thought we did an outstanding job on him. My biggest concern is that he's a really good player, and he has the ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways. Obviously, he can score with his back to the basket with either hand. He's very skilled down there. Because he can do that, he's able to draw fouls, and he's an outstanding free throw shooter. He's able to stretch the floor and go out to 3. And so I was concerned about that with us getting in foul trouble and just his talent. I thought we did an outstanding job on him.
This is now Fetty's 5th straight game with 3 or more blocks and 6 out of the last 7 where he's been able to do that. Have you seen him? Would you say that he's putting an exclamation point in his work now with the extra stuff that he's done? Because we saw him play well early in the season, but now it seems like he's able to do the fundamentals and start to make bigger plays for you guys.
I just think he's comfortable. I just think he understands what's required at this level. Federico did not get here until the end of August. And so right away, everything was new. The speed, the physicality, just everything. The work, all of it was new. And I think as we've gone on, he's become more and more comfortable, which normally makes you more confident when you kind of understand what you're doing, what's required, and, the work that it takes to do that. I think he's been as good of a defender in this league. Especially since conference play has started. I think he's done an outstanding job. We need him to continue to do that. But, he's a guy that works. He's incredibly, incredibly low maintenance. And he's just a joy to be around every day.
And then you he has plays like where he had the defensive rebound, quick transition, and then he's on the move and he gets a dunk on the other end, and it seems to light your bench up. I know that he doesn't talk a whole lot, but it seems like there's energy still behind everything that he does.
There is. The way he plays with energy. He allows his actions to show. He is not a guy that talks a lot, but he's an incredible kid, smart, inquisitive, wants to learn, not afraid of work, and he has been incredibly invaluable, for our program.
In your experience, how unusual was that for a young guy like that to get acclimated so quickly?
Yeah, it takes a while. It normally does. But when you have a work ethic like him, when you're smart and you're low maintenance, it can happen quicker. And we're fortunate that it's happened quicker for us. Again, I think there's different levels that he can continue to get to after being with them now and working with them and seeing them. And we want to continue to try to push him.
What do you mean by low maintenance?
He's easy to deal with. He's low maintenance. He's not a problem off the court.
Jeff, in the first 10 minutes of the game, JB started over from the field. He had a couple turnovers, the offensive foul, and then he's able to settle in. He goes 2 for 5 from the field for the rest of the game, and he pitches in quite a few assists. What was just his ability to turn that around and just to kind of keep that calm demeanor throughout, even just a little bit of struggle there?
Well, he's a mature player. He's a winning player. He's a guy that impacts winning even if he's not scoring, with his leadership, his defense, his ability to create things for other guys. He's also, because of his maturity, he's able to read a game. He's able to understand what a defense is trying to do and to understand how to pick his spots, when to attack, when to look for his stuff. He's gotten a lot better at, being able to figure that out.
24 fast break points for you guys tonight. How much of an emphasis do you guys put as a staff on getting out quickly in transition, making the right decision?
Yeah, we want to do that a lot. I think we would have had more if we would have valued the ball a little bit more today. 16 turnovers is not where we need to be. But we've talked to our guys a lot. If I think we've been a pretty good defensive team once we've gotten to conference play. We've not been a consistently good rebounding team, defensive rebounding team. If we can become consistently good there, that allows us to get out in transition, and that's what we want to do. We want to, continue to try to become consistently good at defensive rebounding. I think if we're able to get out, you're able to play against a defense before it's set. We have guys that can shoot the basketball. We have guys that can create. Obviously, we talked about Federico's ability to run and get out, and so we feel like we can be pretty good there, but we got to finish it with first shot rebounding.
Jeff, Blake goes 6 of 11 from 3, but he also collects 7 rebounds. How is he able to just shift from inside to out and play that stretch 4, so to speak? What makes him stand out in that way?
Well, he's talented. He's confident. He's a guy that can shoot the basketball. He's learning how to use a shot fake and get to spots. We need him to be a good rebounder for us. I thought he defended well today. That's something he's not done as well the past few games. I thought he did a really good job of understanding the game plan. Their 4s were not shooting 4s. And so his ability to help off and kind of be in those gaps on drives, but also to be in a little bit of eye space when Post had it, I thought was really, really big for us.
You mentioned him with this ball fake. Do you think he's getting more comfortable handling the ball in those situations once he gets a catch, and maybe it's not a catch and shoot, but a catch and find the shot?
I think he's getting better at understanding when guys are running at him to show a shot fake, get to a spot. I think he's getting better at that.
Thanks, Jeff.